Stay natural, guys. Seriously, you should definitely stay natural. If you have not already started taking steroids, then the best way to go is just do not take them. I've said this before in previous videos, and it still stands true. That I believe the only people who have I actually have to be careful how to word this because some of your videos can be removed off YouTube if you make strong statements which do not promote a healthy lifestyle, which is what I do. I do promote a healthy lifestyle, but you also have to be honest. And the thing is, if you want to be a top level bodybuilder, if it's for the Olympia or your local competitions and everyone else is juiced up, usually that's going to be the route you want to take to get to that level. Now, I don't condone steroid use. There is a range of side effects that you're going to have to be responsible for and deal with. But with that, everyone has to make their own decisions. But if you are not in that position, if you're just someone who wants to get in good shape, this might be your first year of lifting, your second year of lifting, you might have been lifting for 3 months and you're just wanting to be a fucking beast over the winter. Taking steroids is not the way to go. It takes a lot of thought and it needs to be a long-term decision. You need to realize that it's not just something that you could take for a certain amount of years and maybe have side effects and then just discontinue the use and just your body goes back to normal straight after. Steroids can really fuck your system up. Now, there's some people who take it controlled. They probably take a really high quality version and it doesn't come with the same amount of side effects as someone who's maybe taking a really low quality steroid, taking it in extremely high amounts, which some people are doing, which don't even look like they fucking lift. It's really screwed up what some people are doing. But with that, you should not be taking steroids. You have to understand there's two things that I think people don't really think of. The first thing is most people just jump on them. Like, it's probably like they just decide it within a couple of days. If someone tells them they can get it for them, you'll get the guys. There's either guys who are like, no, I'm staying natural. Someone else might say, question more about it. And then you'll have the third person who says, oh, you have steroids, let's go. It's not the way to go. And I've seen guys who have taken steroids and they literally didn't even improve in shape at all. Their physique didn't get any better. They trained for a couple of days, maybe did some press-ups in the house, but that's not enough to get big. If your diet's not in point, your training's not in point, the results aren't really going to come, but the side effects will. And they definitely will. Now, obviously, it's different for the range of time that you use them for, but it is usually going to be a big commitment. And the longer you take them, the more your body's going to be put under stress. And this is something that needs to be highlighted. If you take steroids now, you definitely run the risk of having to be on TRT, which is testosterone replacement therapy. And that does happen for a lot of people who take steroids. Not everyone, but a lot of people. You do not want to have your hormones fucked up. If you want to be completely functional and be able to operate the way your body should be at a balanced level, you do not want to be taking things which affect your hormones. Now, everything does that you take on a certain level, but you want to take things which are going to balance your hormones and keep them at a healthy level. Steroids just don't do that. So if you're a young guy and you're thinking about jumping on them, you probably haven't even done that much research. Most people who think about taking steroids will type in, should I take steroids? They'll get on a forum and you'll have 3 guys who take steroids who just promote it outright. That's not research. That's just getting someone's opinion who you don't even know who they are. Get genuine opinion. Ask people who have taken steroids who are going to have an unbiased view. There's people who take steroids and will promote the shit out of them because they're lying to themselves each day. Now, there are some people who maybe operate well, but there are people who are getting negative side effects because I've seen them. And you can see the negative side effects and they're still trying to promote them. That's not a good way to go. So unless you're going to be a top level guy, which I still don't even advise you to take it, still aim for the top. There's no reason not to. Stay natural and still aim for the top. You're probably not even putting in enough effort to get there. So if you jump on the fucking steroids, first of all, you're not even going to have the work ethic and the commitment to do enough to be at that top level. You're just going to be stuck in the middle, get nothing in return, spend a fuckload of money, run the risk of serious side effects at any day that you take them, and also you risk long-term side effects. It's something that might kick in whenever you're 50 years old and you realize you fucked up. A lot of people who take steroids aren't actually conscious. They don't even think about what is this going to do inside my body. They don't even think, how often am I going to take this? What's going to happen if I jump off it? If you are training like a beast, you might be committed for 3 months. Some people are like that. It's like relationships. There's some people who are committed forever, and there's some people who are committed for 3 months. If you do it for 3 months and you train like a beast, you're eating like a beast, and you're taking steroids and all these different things, you might get good results in 3 months. But if you stop, and you stop the steroids and you stop the training, but most people don't stop the amount they eat. They usually go for low quality foods and eat them in massive amounts. And that's why you get people who are a bad example for bodybuilding. And I'm sure this has happened for me a lot of times. And I'm sure it's happened to a lot of people as well. You'll see these guys who maybe trained at one stage, were in amazing shape, and then they just stopped it all, still ate massive amounts, got extremely fat, look extremely unhealthy, and then you get people pointing out, yeah, but if you start lifting weights and you get big, your muscle's going to turn to fat. Those people's muscles did not turn to fat. They were on some bullshit steroids, not having any sort of commitment. They put in effort for a short period of time. They stopped. They give up. They let themselves go. That's not the case here. If I stop lifting weights, I've been lifting for 4 years. If I stop lifting weights, I wouldn't look that much different. I would reduce, my size would reduce, but I'd get on the right eating plan and, you know, just be reasonable with what you're eating after that. But a lot of people won't have that. And that's not the only thing. There's so many things that I won't even mention in this video, which could be a potential risk for you taking steroids. Stay natural, guys. Come from a collected view. Don't just jump into something. The worst thing ever is if you're training with someone and they jump on steroids and they're progressing quickly and you jump on it because of that. That first of all goes to show you that maybe you're not the strongest person mentally and you need to up your game a bit. You know, don't be having the excuse that someone you're training with who's on steroids is getting stronger because they're on steroids. You need to step the fuck up. You need to be putting in more effort. You know, how much research you're doing each day to learn what's the best way to get results in bodybuilding. If you're doing that, you'll find it. If you're not, you'll go for the easy route. But choose wisely. Obviously, everyone makes their own decisions, but you might as well go with the safest option, but put in the most amount of effort. There you have it. Stay natural, guys. Boom!